Ed and Lorraine Warren. Yes, if you don't know those names and you live on Long Island, you need to do your research. Yes, Ed and Lorraine Warren have come out with another film based on them, and it is called The Conjuring. So, now, here's the fun part. Now, don't freak out, but yes, this film, The Conjuring, is indeed based on one of the Warrens' cases. The Warrens, Ed and Lorraine, were born in Bridgeport, Connecticut, so even, they're kind of like our somewhat neighboring heroes, if you will. So as you can see, there's nothing but utterly weird and pretty much borderline crazy with this film, which is why I loved it. Which is why I loved it. I'm a fan of the unknown. I love learning about more stuff about the unknown. Um, especially the Warrens. I mean, they have such great stories, some great cases, and their investigations. Their investigations. They're from werewolves to demonic possessions to Amityville. Yeah, yes, they're very well known, as you can tell by that. But this is probably my second favorite, next to the Amityville horror story. It's not because just because the characters are real and I can feel for them. It was the realism, the making me believe that holy shit, this actually happened and could probably possibly happen to us or me in general. Is where I got from this. As a horror film, it did what it was supposed to. It made me scared. Well, no, I wouldn't say scared. It freaked me out because what's more creepier than a doll? I mean, look at Chucky. Yeah. No, I'm not talking about a Rugrat. No. I'm talking about that other redhead that fucking kills people. Which again is why I loved about this film, and it's this cause. It is the Warrens had no idea what they were getting into. They went into this case thinking it's like every other investigation they've done already. Little did they know that it was going to completely surprise them and completely take them for a loop, and it would flip on them. Everything just turned on them, which is even their own. Apparently, I didn't even know this until the movie. They actually did have a collection, kind of like, have you ever seen Sky High when the main character, hero, Kurt Russell's character, has a supply of souvenirs from their missions? It's like that. The Warrens actually took the cursed objects as not it's not even they didn't take it as a trophy. They took it as a precaution. They put it in their own demonic cell in their own house, which is again stupid, but they have a priest come once a week to bless it, to make sure nothing, none of the voodoo gets, a little crazy. Um, but it's such a great story, and I love that they finally based a film on this case. It's from the 1970s. Now the casting was actually good in this film. It didn't really matter here because, like I said before, I love the supernatural. I love the unknown. But you had Vera Farmiga. I don't know how to pronounce her name. She's from, damn it, what's that show called? Psycho. It's based on Psycho. Bates Motel. Thank you. Thank you. Bates Motel. And also you had Patrick Wilson. They played the Warrens. I did think they were great. They had an interesting chemistry together. We also had Ron Livingston, who, if you don't know, is from Office Space, and Lily Taylor. They played the Perrons, who was the family that this was happening to, which I thought was an interesting pair. I didn't really enjoy Taylor's performance, though, which is a really bad thing because she's actually the primary focus of this film, and you need a great lead actor or actress who can carry the film when there's no one else on screen. They even put Joey King in here in this mix, who's in her, like, what, her third film? Yeah, she's, like, in her third film and, like, in months apart. Who was only okay. She had, like, kind of like a medium role here. But I did enjoy the rest of it. It obviously had its flaws. It was a little bit campy at some points. They could have done better with the CGI and the camera work. But other than that, I don't highly do, but I do recommend this film. But do be warned. Like I said, it's a little campy, and it's filled with very creepy wooden dolls and clapping. And I don't want to say predictable, but it's definitely noticeable. Is I guess is the right word there. I don't know. If you see it, you'll get what I'm saying. You can also, it takes you on an odd adventure because, again, you actually feel a little bit more invested into it because it's Long Island based. Because they this case is actually before the Amityville Horror, which I thought was very interesting. I thought it was after it, but it was actually before it, and they actually mentioned it too, not by name, but they said, let's check out. I heard there's a haunting on Long Island, and I had a cheer for that. That was pretty funny. Um, but you can also, but I do, like I said, I do recommend it. Go check it out. You should, it should be actually out on DVD soon by the time this airs. Um, but you can get all you need to know right here on the Gare Bear Network. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. You can do that right on Mr. Ryan Reynolds or Jeff Bridges, right over there. Make sure you do that. Also, share my videos on Facebook and on Twitter because it's awesome. Now, our next adventure, I've been waiting for this one for a long time. I'll give you a hint. I'm made of metal, I kick ass, and I face a pretty sweet samurai in my new movie. Personally, I think my writers gave it away there for making me say that, but just make sure you find out. You come back next time on the Gare Bear Review. See you guys next time.